Steve Sisolak, chairman of Clark County, Nevada, commissioner, just got off the phone with him, had a great conversation. I like Commissioner Sisolak because, like me, he's a pragmatic Democrat, not a progressive, jobs-oriented, good, basic Democratic values, but that's another story for another time. What he told me was that, first of all, we talked about the idea that the Raiders would have their stadium in Las Vegas for 2020 ready. He said that was an aggressive schedule, that the Raiders told him it was 32 months of construction, but the unknown are the factors having to do with architecture and HVAC and soils analysis and everything else. In fact, Richard Villota in the Las Vegas Review Journal did a great job of laying out the details. I applaud his work on that article that came out, I believe, day before yesterday. But I digress. Commissioner Sisolak said the unknown was that part of it. And I can tell you that takes about 2 years itself. So you've got 2 years of that. That's 24 months plus 32 months of construction. You're looking at about 5 years before you actually see an open and ready Raiders stadium in Las Vegas. The other subject we talked about was Shell Nelson, and now that the Raiders have gotten the green light from the NFL in terms of the vote, the problem is that they have still this relationship with Adelson that has not been repaired, and Commissioner Sisolak doesn't see that Adelson would come back in and replace Bank of America financing. They're still going to go ahead with the B of A financing. In fact, Sisolak said that he doesn't know that any casino person is going to jump in and partner with the Raiders at this point in time. Now, he said also there's still a lot to be done. There's the stadium authority has to be worked with regarding the lease. You have to get the county's approval. And Sisolak said we haven't heard from them. So he is concerned that the Raiders are not, or I would say, I don't want to put words into the commissioner's mouth, but so I'll say it in another way, in a sense behind schedule in terms of their contacts with Nevada officials and with Clark County officials. He did tell me, Commissioner Sisolak, that the Raiders have been working on drawings for the stadium, so what you see with respect to the rendering that was originally borrowed from Carson, expect that to be different. There are a lot of considerations. Now, this is me talking, not Commissioner Sisolak. There's a lot of considerations to be made for the weather and winds that are unique to Las Vegas, Nevada. We just had this 80-mile-per-hour windstorm problem. You've got sands, which could get into motors that control the retractable roof and interrupt the operation of the retractable roof, let alone possibly damage, if the glass material isn't right, that kind of gigantic open door system that was presented in the model and the video for the renderings, based on the renderings for the stadium at Russell Road, which originally was the same stadium in Carson. You can't do that. So expect that to be different. That's the latest news right now. Stay tuned to Zenny62 on YouTube and subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube and visit Zenny62.com and follow me and us at Zenny62 on Twitter.